Imagine now she's a big crowded society. Fine, certainly is enjoying her, isn't he?
All them rich men are elves.
I suppose after all this, Tony and the numbers are very honest, huh?
No, and it's too bad too. Miss Alice sure loves that boy. I don't even know what I'm going to do with the food in the kitchen. It's for sure not going to be a party tonight.
Are we going to eat it anyhow?
Well, I'm going to cook it, but nobody's going to have an appetite.
I'm hungry.
Well, they're not. They're all worked up about Miss Alice.
Why does she want to go away from anyhow? Where's she going?
I don't know, some mountains or someplace. And she's going all right, no matter what they say. I know Miss Alice, and when she gets that look in her eye,
She's bad.
sure is. How's your canvas lifting up?
It's better. Is there some more? Are we out there?
Yes, it's in Southwood.
Thanks.
She's going all right. You want to settle change her. Is she going to say away from mom anymore? I don't know, Bree, but she won't say. My, is she going to be lonesome around here without her?
How you doing, Penny?
I'm all right, I guess. Perhaps if I do some more food, you'll feel better.
Well, I won't bother you then. Well, she's going, Penny. Now, Penny.
I can't help it, Paul. Somehow I feel like it's our fault.
It's mine more than yours. All these years have been going off enjoying myself. Maybe I should be thinking more about Alice.
But you've been a wonderful father. And husband, too.
No, I haven't. Maybe if I'd gone ahead and become an architect or something Alice could have been proud of. I felt that all last night looking at Mr. Kirby.
But we've been so happy, Paul.
I know, but I just think it was enough. But not anymore.
Where? Do you know what time she's going?
I don't know. Training's 7:30.
Well, if only Tony could talk to her. I'm sure you can persuade her.
But she won't. I mean, he's been trying all day.
Where is he now?
I don't know. Maybe walking around the block again. Anyhow, he won't talk to me.
Oh, maybe Tony can catch her as she's sleeping.
It won't help any.
I don't suppose so. I feel so sorry for Tony, too.
Well, what can we do?
Grandma?
No, and let the girl alone.
Grandpa!
Suppose she goes to the Adirondacks. She'll be back. There's only so much you can take from the Adirondacks before you come home.
Would it be all so terrible, Grandpa?
I suppose, but and there's bright sides too.
How do you mean?
Well, Mr. Kirby getting into the patrol wagon for one thing. And the look on his face when he and Ed had to take a bath together, oh, I'll never forget that if I live to be 100. No more people, I intend to, in fact, have things like that going on.
Oh, yes. It was even worse with Mrs. Kirby with the matron sugar. There was a burlesque dancer and everything, and she kept on singing that strip song the entire time. He was like,
I'll bet you Bob Harper's going to see Pretty Go to the Kirby's or something. Yeah, how about that?
no thanks, Grandpa. I'm just learning the rest of it. Alice, dear.
Okay.
I'll bring you back when you're ready, Alice.
Thank you. You want to take some candy or some out? No, thanks, Bessie. Really, Alice, you couldn't be alone here and you couldn't be up in the mountains. You could stay right around the whole time if you wanted to. No, Mother. I want to be alone. Away from everybody. I love you all, you know that, but I just need some time to myself. I'll be all right. Father, did you phone for exam?
No, I didn't know you wanted one.
I told Mr. Pena to tell you, Paul. Didn't he tell you?
He told me, but I forgot.
Oh, I wish I was in a family that didn't always forget everything. That behaved the way other people's families do. I'm sick of cornflakes and everything. Why can't we be more like other people? Roast beef and 2 green vegetables and dollies on the table and a place I could bring my friends to without. Albert?
not be fair. Who's going to talk to you?
Where'd they go?
Upstairs.
She came out a minute and
How tall is your man? Good smell, kind of fishy.
Hey, you're good, Mr. Pinham. I'm still hurting.
No, it's better.
Everything burned up, huh? Downstairs.
Everything. I'm not really confident.
I told you there was a bright side of everything. I'll send my 24 years back income tax. I get another letter every day.
Say, what are you going to do about that, Grandpa?
Well, I had a kind of idea yesterday. It may not work, but I'm trying it anyhow.
What is it? Good evening, everybody. Forgive me, the door was open.
Come on in.
You will forgive my cousin today. Realize what I was saying.
That's all right, Mr. Polikoff. I don't think I can take a lesson today, Mr. Polikoff. I'm not feeling very good.
Well,
Oh, would you say the dinner was Polikoff? We've got a lot of food up there. Somebody's got to eat it.
I will be happy to meet you.
Fine.
Thank you. Now, I realize, I wonder if I know you all want to ask you a favor.
Why, of course, Mr. Polikoff. What is it?
You have heard me tell you about the president, Grandma's Soul Children.
Yes.
She's a remarkable woman, the Grandma. Her cousin was a Tsar of Russia. Today she's away from Charles Russian in Times Square.
Yes, I know. If there's anything at all that we can do, Mr.
I
Polikoff.
tell you, the Duchess has not had the good news since before the Revolution.
She must be hungry.
It's the day after Thursday, but it's also the anniversary of Peter the Great. A remarkable man.
Why, Mr. Polikoff, if you mean you'd like the Grand Duchess to stay to dinner, why, we'd be honored. Oh, yes.
In the name of the Grand Duchess, I thank you.
Oh, I can't wait. Where is she now?
She's outside waiting in the street. I'm here.
Oh, fix yourself up, Essie, fix your dress.
No, if I can have things like this going on, I want to live to be 150.
Grand Duchess, all the retreat. Your Highness, privilege presents Madame Seymour. Madame Cartwright. Grandma.
Madam.
Mr. Cartwright. Mr. Seymour. And Mr.
Right now, Mr. Pinham.
Will you be seated, Your Highness?
Thank you, Mosca.
We're honored to receive you, Your Highness.
I am most happy to be here. How soon did you get there?
Oh, it was very soon, Your Highness, very soon.
I did not miss you. But I must be friends at restaurant by 8 o'clock. I'm substituting for another waitress.
I'll make sure you're back.
Thank you, Polikoff.
Hey, Duchess, I think you waited on me once on Child's Place on 72nd Street.
No, that was my sister.
The Grand Duchess, my gosh.
I work in Times Square.
Quite a lot of your folks living over here now, aren't there?
Oh, yes, many. My uncle ran a good circuit. He's an elevator man at Macy's. And then there's my cousin, Clinton Lexus. He did not speak to the rest of us because he works at Henry Carnegie. Ugh. He's in ladies' underwear.
It was like Papa to Coney Island from the top.
I told myself our time is coming. My sister Natasha studied here out of Paris. Well, Sergey has become a store manager. And me, I'd be transferred to Fifth Avenue Child. There he would have the shrubs, and then he would see the twins and their sisters.
I think you got it.
You're telling me?
Your Highness, do you know the Tsar? Personally, I mean,
Of course, he was my cousin. Sad about what happened to him, but what are we going to talk now?
That's true.
Right, correlation is correlation. Happens in every family. My cousin, the king of Sweden, he was very nice to us for 10 years. Once in a while, we'll send his money orders. But then one day, he turned to me and said, I just cannot do it. I'm not feeling so well myself.
no.
I do not blame him.
Of course not. Will you excuse me for
Say, Duchess, is it true when you say about our community?
Ha! Everybody wants to know about us spirited. And yes, it's true. And how?
You know what I'm saying? Your Highness, we have to watch the time.
Oh yes, cannot be late for restaurant. The manager is an actress. Gone.
Essie, why don't you go out to the kitchen and see if you can help your cook?
I will help too. I am great cook.
Well, Your Highness, none of your day
Oh,
off.
I do not mind what is the kitchen.
Right, you're here, Your Highness, but you're a guest of honor.
But I love the cook. Come call me Paul. They got pot cheese inside of me and I make cheese.
It's not my brother. I'll show you something. Sing. It's all right. Hey, Duchess, can I help?
She a wonderful face for a mask, hasn't she?
people go through. You still keep kind of game, too.
And actually, we forget about everything for a minute.
I better call that Kevin to help.
Wait, no, Paul. I think I hear him. He took us up. Ed, we both are coming back.
Don't you do it, Ed.
Ed, please.
All right, bring it down. You really got the most stubborn daughter in all 48 states?
That must be the cat.
If it is, it's a sure wonderful service.
Tony, your Alice?
Yes. Yes, it is, Mr. Kirby. Come on in.
How do you do?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Forgive my intruding. Tony, I want you to come home with me. Your mother is very upset. Very well, Father. Bye, Alice.
Goodbye, Tony.
I need hardly to say, this is as painful to Mrs. Kirby and I as it is to you. But I'm sure you understand.
Well, yes. And in a way, no. No, I'm not the kind of person that tries to run other people's lives. But the fact is, Mr. Kirby, I don't think these two young people have quite as much sense as you and I have.
Grandpa, please.
I'm just talking to Mr. Kirby, Alice. A cat can look at a king, can't he?
You want me to do that for you, Alice? No, thanks, Mother.
Cut clock off for the training hours.
Will you send a truck to 761 Claremont? Right away, please. That's right. Thank you.
Alice!
You ready, Tony?
Mr. Kirby, I suppose after last night you think this family's kind of crazy.
No, I will not say that, although I'm not accustomed to going out to dinner and spending the night in jail.
We've got to remember, Mr. Kirby, you came on the wrong night. Now tonight, I'll bet you nothing wrong will happen at all. Maybe.
It was not merely last night that convinced Mrs. Kirby and I that this engagement would be unwise.
Father, I can handle an affair. Alice, for the last time, will you marry me?
No, Tony. I know what your father is saying, and right.
No, he's not.
Alice, you're in love with this boy, and you're not marrying him because we're the kind of people we are.
Grandpa.
I know, you think the two families wouldn't get along. Well, maybe they wouldn't, but who says they're right and we're wrong?
Grandpa, I only feel
Well, what I feel is that Tony's too nice a boy to wake up 20 years from now with nothing in his life but stocks and bonds.
How's that?
That's right. Mixed up and unhappy. The way you were.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Vanderhoff, but I'm a very happy man.
Are you?
Certainly I am.
I would think so. Where do you think you get your indigestion from? Happiness? No, sir. You get it because most of your time you spend doing things you don't want to.
I don't do anything I don't want to do.
Yes, you do. You said it last night after a week in Wall Street. You're pretty near crazy. Why do you keep on doing it?
Why do I keep on? Well, that's my business. A man can't just give up his business.
Why not? You've got all the money you need. You can't take it with you.
That's a very easy thing to say, Mr. Vanderhoff, but I spent my entire life building up my business.
And what has it gotten you? Some kind of mail every morning? Same deals? Same meetings? Same dinners at night? Same indigestion? Where does the fun come in, Mr. Kirby? Don't you think there ought to be something more? You must have wanted more when you first started out. We haven't got too much time, you know? Any of us.
What do you expect me to do? Live the way you do and do nothing?
Well, I have a lot of fun. Not enough for everything. Read, talk, visit the zoo now and then, practice my darts. Even have time to notice when spring comes around. Don't see anybody I don't want to. I don't have 6 hours of things I have to do before I get 1 hour to do what I like in. And I haven't taken a bicarbonated soda in 35 years. What's the matter with that?
The matter with that? Suppose we all did that. A fine world we live in. Everybody going to the zoo. Don't be ridiculous, Mr. Vanderhoff. Who would do the work?
There'll always be people that like to work. You can't stop them. Inventions as they fly the ocean. There'll always be people who go down to Wall Street too, because they like it. But from what I've seen of you, Mr. Kirby, I don't think you're one of them. I think you're missing something.
And I'm not aware of missing anything, Mr. Vanderhoff.
I wasn't either until I quit. They should get down to that office 9 o'clock sharp, no matter how it felt. Used to lay awake at night to figure out where to get that contract. You should worry about the world too. Get all worked up about whether Cleveland or Blaine would get elected president. Seemed awful important at the time. But who cares now? What I'm trying to say, Mr. Kirby, is that I've had 35 years that no one can take away from me, no matter what they do to the world. See?
Yes, I do see. And it's a very dangerous philosophy. It's un-American. That's exactly what I'm opposed to this marriage. I don't want Tony to come under its influence.
What's the matter with it, Father?
Matter with it? Why, it sounds like communism, that's what it is.
You don't know these things, so.
I most certainly did. What are you talking about?
You don't know these things, so, because there was a time when you wanted to be a Japanese artist.
Don't be an idiot, Tony.
Oh, yes, you did. I came across those letters from your grandfather. Do you remember those?
No? How dare you read those letters? How dare you?
Well, that's wonderful, Mr. Kirby. Did he have to wear ties?
Certainly not. The whole thing is absurd. I was 14 years old at the time.
Yes, but at 18, you wanted to be a saxophone player, didn't you?
Tony!
And at 21, you ran away from home because grandfather wanted you to go into the business. It talks out there in the black and white. You know these things, so.
Well. A man got silly notions in my youth, but thank God my father knocked them out of me. I went into the business and forgot all about them.
Not all together, Father. There's still a saxophone in the back of your clothes closet.
There is? It's enough, Tony. Discuss this at home.
No! I want to talk about it now. I think Mr. Vanderhoff is right. Dead right. I'm not going back to that office. I've always hated it. And I'm not going on with it. And I'll tell you something else. I didn't make the mistake of bringing you here that night. I brought you here on purpose.
How darn
Because I wanted to wake you up. I want you to see a family as they really were. A family that loved and understood each other. You never understood me. You never had the time. While I'm making your mistake, I'm clearing out.
Clearing out? What do you mean?
It means I'm not going to be forced into the business just because I'm your son. I'm getting out when it's no time.
Tony, what are you going to do?
I don't know. Maybe I'll become a bricklayer or something. But at least I'll be doing something that I want to do.
That must be the cab.
Ask him to wait a minute.
Grandpa.
You mind, Alice? Mr. Kirby, Tony is going through just what you and I went through when we were his age. I think if you listen close enough, you can hear yourself telling your father the same thing 25 years ago. We all did, and we were right. How many of us are willing to settle when we're young for what we eventually get? All those plans we make, what happens to them? It's only a handful of the lucky ones that get to say they came close. So, before they clean out that coffin, Mr. Kirby, I think I'd get in and figure it out, and that's
I beg your pardon, but before I make the blitzes, how many of these for dinner?
Your Highness, may I introduce to you Mr. Anthony Kirby and Mr. Kirby Jr., the Grand Duchess over the tree.
How's that?
How do you do? Before I make the blitzes, how many of these for dinner?
I'd make quite a set of them, Your Highness. Can't ever tell.
Ha! Good. Sounding. Olga, don't be sneaky with the blitzes.
What do you say that was, Mr. Vanderhoff? Grand Duchess over the tree. She's fixing dinner. Oh, and speaking of dinner, Mr. Kirby, why don't you and Tony both stay?
Oh, please, Mr. Kirby. We've got all that stuff in the room. Gonna have it tomorrow night. Tonight.
What do you think, Mr. Kirby? It'll kind of give us a chance to get acquainted. What do you say?
How about it, Father? Are we staying for dinner?
Why, if you care to, Tony, I'd like to. Very much.
Now, if Alice will send away that cabin, Mr. Vanderhoff.
What do you say, Alice? Going to be a nice crowd. Don't you think you ought to stay for dinner?
I'm saying, Alice, the families are getting to know each other, don't you think?
Mr. Kirby. Tony. Grandpa, you're wonderful.
Been telling you that for years.
Grandpa, he's left for you. Yeah, this is the icebox.
I see. The government again.
How do you do, Mr. Kirby?
How do you do?
Won't you step into my office, Mr. Sycamore? I like to do a little dictating. And, better sell that cab.
Well.
What is it, Grandpa?
The U.S. government apologizes. I don't know what to say. It seems I died 8 years ago.
Come on, what did I do, Grandpa?
Remember Charlie the milkman buried under my name?
Yes.
Well, I told them they made a mistake, and that was Martin Vanderhoff Jr. So they're very sorry, and I may even get a refund.
Why, Grandpa, you're an old crook.
Sure.
How do you say you escaped paying income tax, Mr. Vanderhoff?
None of my friends who are going to be
Fine, fine. Let's see. What is happening? He's relaxing.
That's right. Play something, man.
You know, everybody soon. Everybody sit down.
Come on, everybody, dinner's ready. Actually, we stopped making dinner.
Well, I wish you would, Mr. Kirby.
Oh, we must be careful. Careful, security.
How did you get that down? Good morning.
Oh, shut your mouth, Mr. Kirby.
Rush when they sit down.
Quiet, everybody, quiet.
Well, sir, here we are again. We want to say thanks once more for everything you've done for us. Everything seems to be going along fine. Alice is going to marry Tony, and it seems as if they're going to be very happy. Of course, the fireworks flew up, but that was Mr. DePino's fault, not yours. You've all got it out. As far as anything else is concerned, we'll leave it to you. Thank you.
Do you like
Grandpa,
this? Mr. Kirby, we
I'm
got
Russia.
for dinner.